Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our Daily Clues by Sam. I hope you guys are doing good. It is already a medium for our Tuesday today, and we have a raccoon on the board. And I've seen Sam talk about some new professions that are possibly coming here in the horizon for our Clues by Sam. So exciting new stuff for us. But today we are just gonna play this one. If you're new here and you don't know what Clues by Sam is, it is a daily logic puzzle where there are 20 people and you have to figure out who is a criminal and who is an innocent by using the clues that they give us. So the criminals don't lie, don't worry, there's no subjective information to figure out. It's pure logic, no guessing involved, and I'm gonna be explaining the solve as I do. So hopefully I can help you with the mechanics if you get stuck and probably get a perfect solve today. Let's see how this goes. We start today with Nancy telling us that Hank is one of 3 criminals in row 2. Oh, we also have a lamb and a fish. 2 fish. A school of fish. Hank is then a criminal here, and there's a second one in row 2. Since there's 4 people in row 2, we have 2 innocents as well. Hank now says that both innocents below Bonnie are connected. So the second innocent below Bonnie, because the first one is Nancy, has to either be Janet, the lamb, or Thor. So we tag them with the same color to indicate that one of them is an innocent, which means the other of the same color is going to be a criminal. And that makes Flora, because she's not connected to Nancy, but is below Bonnie, a criminal. So we now know that the 2 criminals for row 2 are Flora and Hank, which makes Irving and Gabe. Oh, 3 criminals in row 2. Oh my god, why do I do that to myself? I'm sorry, but you must have screamed at the screen by seeing that I've read this wrong. I thought because I read a row 2, I read 2 here as well. So again, me and the yellows on the easy ones always. Now, I guess I don't need Hank's clue because I have tagged Janet and Thor. And I don't need Nancy's clue because I have tagged Irving and Gabe. Now Flora says that the only criminal to the right of Ruth is to the left of Sia. So to the left of Ruth and to the left of Sia, there's Thor and Will. So that means that either Thor or Will are gonna be a criminal. The clue is talking about criminals, right? And since this is the only criminal to the right of Ruth, that makes Sia not a criminal. Okay. That's easy to understand. Oh, I guess I don't need Flora's clue anymore because I know these 2 are tagged. And Sia says that there's only 1 innocent to the left of her. So same situation as Ruth having only 1 criminal to her right. Sia only has 1 innocent to her right, so to her left. So that makes Ruth a criminal. Okay, this puzzle is prone to having a lot of people mixing these 2 up. So I think my mistake was not related to the criminal and innocent thing, but probably a lot of people are going to get confused with this thing here in row 5, and there's going to be a lot of yellows there. I'm predicting a low perfect solve here. Ruth says that Bonnie and Gabe have only 1 innocent neighbor in common. Bonnie and Gabe have 2 people in common neighboring them, Flora and Clyde. And Flora is a criminal already, so that makes Clyde and innocent. Okay, making sure that I'm reading the clue right here. Clyde says there are as many innocent fish as there are innocent sleuths. Fish is an interesting profession for us here. There are as many innocent fish. So if I double click the clue here, I see all of the sleuths, and I know the total of innocent and criminal sleuths here. There's 2 innocent sleuths, and there's gonna be only 1 criminal sleuth, so that makes 2 innocent fish. And since there's 2 fish total, both of them are gonna be innocents. Of that I'm sure. And Pam, one of the fish, now says that 1 of the 3 coders has a criminal directly to the right of them. So the 3 coders are up here on the right. There's Clyde, Daniel, and Gabe. Daniel is one of them, but he doesn't have anybody to his right. So that makes either Clyde or Gabe have to have a criminal, and Gabe already does. So that means that Clyde doesn't have a criminal to his right, so Daniel is an innocent. And we don't need Pam's clue anymore. Daniel now says that an odd number of innocents in row 4 neighbor Will. Will has 3 people in row 4 neighboring him. 2 of them are already innocent, so that means that we need a third one to make an odd number that makes Olivia an innocent. And she says there's an odd number of criminals neighboring Bonnie. So Bonnie already has 2 criminals. She's gonna have Flora and a second one who's either Erwin or Gabe here in row 2. And she has to have a third one like Will to make an odd number. So Anna here has to be a criminal. And Anna says there are more innocents than criminals above Pam. Pam's right here, the fish. She has 1 innocent and 1 criminal above her so far. So that means that she needs another innocent. And the third and last person above her is going to be that innocent, Logan in this case, who says that exactly 2 of the 3 innocents in column B are Mary's neighbor. Okay. So, we know that Janet and Thor, who both neighbor Mary, are opposites, and one of them is going to be an innocent. She already has Nancy as one of the innocents neighboring her. So, the third innocent in column B has to be Bonnie, right? And Janet and Thor are already tagged, so we don't need Logan's clue. Bonnie now says there are more criminals in row 1 than row 4. And there's 1 criminal in row 1, so there couldn't be any in row 4. That makes Mary an innocent. And she says that both criminals neighboring Janet are Bonnie's neighbors. So Janet has only 2 criminals neighboring her, and both of them are going to be in row 2. So that makes Keith, who is in row 3 neighboring her, an innocent. And Keith says that column A has more criminals than any other column. So, since we know that row 2 is going to have 2 criminals, that makes row 1 need a third one. Erwin has to be a criminal then, and he's opposite with Gabe, so Gabe becomes an innocent and gives us a new clue. All innocents in row 3 are connected. So that makes Janet here have to be an innocent, otherwise we would have a criminal separating the innocents in row 3. And that makes Thor a criminal. Criminal, right? Which makes Will an innocent. Okay. Oh, I can't see the percentage of perfect solves. Can I see if I go to the homepage? Yeah, I can. So the perfect is high, actually. Which is very interesting. Then I'm the problem. I'm the problem. Which is fine by me. Mistakes happen as always. It gets me a little bummed out, but I guess it's great. If I stop and look at my stats for which difficulty that I play has a higher rate of yellows, I would bet that the easy and medium the easy ones are probably the ones where I get more yellows because I'm more careless with the easy ones. But easy and medium are probably higher than the harder ones. And that's also probably because I do pay more attention to the harder ones. But I'm not gonna beat myself up again. And I'm gonna get back on my feet tomorrow. So expect a perfect solve tomorrow. That's a promise. And I'll see you then. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great week. Bye bye.